Hello friends, this is Rajiv Sharma. The subject of today's strategic analysis is Taliban is now taking advantage of coronavirus after Al Qaeda and Islamic State. Now the details. Friends, as I said in one of my earlier videos, in past few days, one full video was devoted to how Al Qaeda in AFPAC region and Islamic State in Maldives are taking advantage of COVID-19 and stepping up their activities, regrouping, recharging. A similar allegation was made by India against Pakistan army with regard to fomenting terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir. Now we have latest instance of yet another outfit, that is Taliban. I don't know how to describe it as which kind of outfit. Well, it is a political outfit. It is a militia. It has been in the governance. It has governed Afghanistan from 1996 to 2001. Now it again hopes to get back into the saddle in Afghanistan. So now Afghanistan is witnessing another interesting trend. Taliban has stepped up its activities in the month of March, taking advantage of coronavirus. I am not saying this. This is the latest report of UN Assistance Mission in Afghanistan, UNAMA. This report was released on 27th of April, that is yesterday. It notes a disturbing increase in violence in March, and which is more striking, this pattern is more striking, particularly after it comes a dramatic lull between February 28 to February 22 to 28, that is a day before US and Taliban, after direct negotiations for months, sealed a deal in Doha on 29th of February. So, during that period of 22nd February to 28th February, there was a marked reduction in violence according to UNAMA. But, well, in the first quarter of 2020, according to UNAMA report, 533 people were killed and 760 were injured. The killed included over 150 children. Now, the UNAMA report is significant as it notes an uptick in the violence in the month of March. Month of March has been very crucial in the global fight against the coronavirus. If you recall, it was, I think, 11th of March when WHO had declared coronavirus pandemic. Now, so a deliberate uptick in the violence in Afghanistan by Taliban is a matter of concern, a matter which has been flagged by the UNAMA report. Now, you see, this is corroborated by another fact, that several world leaders, several agencies have appealed to Taliban to have a ceasefire in view of COVID-19. But Taliban has refused. The latest, Ashraf Ghani, Afghan president, has appealed several times. A few days ago, he renewed this appeal to Taliban for a ceasefire due to COVID, saying that we have a greater enemy to engage. But Taliban spokesperson Zabiullah Mujahid, he released a terse statement on 25th of April. Denouncing not only the appeal made by Ashraf Ghani but also rejecting it. Mujahid said in that statement that this is the umpteenth time that Ashraf Ghani has appealed for a ceasefire from the Islamic Emirate. By the way, incidentally, Taliban calls itself consistently Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, IEA. So, something which US does not agree to, and at the same time, Taliban has consistently been, despite that, calling itself Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. So Mujahid's statement said that this is the umpteenth time that Ashraf Ghani has asked for a ceasefire from the Islamic Emirate. But at the same time, he continues to remain an obstacle for the implementation of the agreement through which all sides could have ended the occupation, begun intra-Afghan negotiations, and finally attained a ceasefire and dispute resolution. This statement came from Mujahid on April 25, as recent as that. Which means it is obvious that Taliban will not change its tack, despite the fact that US struck a deal with Taliban on February 29 in Doha, in which Afghanistan government was not a party. The US agreed for a lopsided, uneven prisoner swap that has not happened. That is a major obstacle, and because of which the US-Taliban deal will not hold. It cannot hold. According to this swap arrangement, prisoner swap arrangement, the Afghan government has to release 5,000 Taliban prisoners in exchange for 1,000 of its own. 1:5 ratio. Who will agree? Afghan government has refused to release 5,000 prisoners. That is a bone of contention. Now, before I conclude this video editorial, folks, let me say that things are getting into the shape of a strategic whirlpool for India. The Indian backyard is not just at peace. The pot is churning. And the non-state actors like Al-Qaeda, Islamic State, have already taken advantage of COVID-19. Now, a former state actor and a would-be state actor, that is Taliban, is also embarking on the same path. This is happening right in the Indian backyard. It's a sign of worry for India. Well, with this, folks, I come to the end of this video editorial of mine. Do let me know, give your comments, how you like it or not, and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.